On to this now. The City of Johannesburg Council is set to outline plans for the week ahead. The Speaker of Council, Colleen Makhubele, will update the public on preparations for the budget speech, which is set to be delivered tomorrow. Newzroom Afrika's Ziniko Mhlaba joining us live now ahead of that address. Ziniko, good morning to you. So I suppose the spotlight may somewhat remain on the mayor, who has evaded. I suppose some people will say this is unfair, but he has not had a proper engagement with members of the media like yourself. Some people suggesting that he's media shy, but we also know that he fell ill last week post his speech that he delivered on the state of the city. This week, what can we look forward to?
A very good morning to you, Kole. Well, it's going to be a very interesting week, I suppose. Remember that last week the spotlight was indeed on the mayor. The question or the major issue journalists were asking or were complaining about was his unavailability to engage with the members of the media. Remember that last week the executive mayor, Okabelo Commander, delivered a State of the City address, which was supposed to be followed by a debate of that particular speech. And indeed, the next day, we gathered here in the very same chambers, probably to hear political parties in this council. We wanted to hear them and, of course, give viewers a sense of how they're engaging on the actual speech and the content and all those plans Mayor Commander had outlined during his State of the City address. Unfortunately, during the proceedings, on the very same day, the proceedings had to be postponed as the mayor fell ill during those proceedings. And of course, we were told by the Chief Whip and the Council Speaker that the mayor actually was not feeling well even on the day in which he delivered the State of the City, but he had insisted against the advice of his medical team. But unfortunately, he went ahead and delivered his speech. The following day he could not continue, so it was postponed to this week. So we're expecting now the Speaker of the Council to outline and give us an update as to how are they going to do those two activities together in the very same week. Remember, they have to conclude those debates, which is supposed to follow the actual speech itself, and then we'll have to hear the budget speech, which is scheduled for tomorrow. Remember, also the budget speech has also to be debated, so we will be expecting the Speaker of the Council to give us a sense and direction as to, in terms of scheduling, in terms of the availability, how are they going to do those two important tasks in 2 or 3 days. You'll also remember that the debate itself will be dependent on the availability of the mayor. Should the mayor not be available or not be feeling better, I suppose that debate will have to be rescheduled again. The question will then remain whether the budget speech will be delivered in the absence of the mayor should he not be feeling better today. So those are the expectations, those are the questions we're expecting to be throwing into the council speaker. So I guess at the end of the day, it will depend on whether the mayor is feeling well or not. And then if he is feeling well, we should be expecting him tomorrow in the council so that we can be able to conclude those debates of the State of the City. Should he not be available, then it will be up to the Speaker and the council and the whips to give us a sense of whether the budget will proceed as planned or they'll have to come up with other plans. So that's what will be outlined this morning, Colleen.
Mhlaba, live for us outside the Johannesburg City Council. Thank you very much for that live update.